What do animals think about humans? Have you ever looked into an animal's eyes and wondered, what are they actually thinking about you? Not whether they like you or dislike you, but what they believe you are. To a dog, are you family? To a cat, are you a giant servant? To a bird, are you a strange featherless creature? And to wild animals, are you a threat, a mystery, or something so unusual that they don't even know where to place you? The truth is, animals do not see humans the way humans see themselves. We think of ourselves as people with names, jobs, phones, houses, dreams, and complicated lives, but animals know none of that. They judge us through smell, through sound, through movement, through routine, and through behavior. So the real question isn't, do animals understand humans? The real question is, what kind of creature do animals think we are? Let's start with dogs. Dogs may understand humans better than any other animal on earth. They can read our faces, follow our gestures, recognize our voices, and even sense changes in our emotions. A dog doesn't think you're another dog. It knows you're different. You smell different. You look different. You behave differently, but that doesn't mean you're outside its social world. For a dog, you are part of the pack. You are the provider, the protector, the playmate, and sometimes the emotional support system. That's why dogs get excited when you come home. For them, your return isn't ordinary. It's a reunion. To a dog, you are a creature that brings food, safety, affection, and structure. Now, let's talk about cats. Cats understand humans too, but they react very differently. A cat probably doesn't think you're a cat. It knows you're much larger, much louder, and probably much clumsier. Yet cats often treat humans the same way they treat other cats. They rub against us. They blink slowly at us. They bring us gifts, sometimes unwanted gifts. And here's something fascinating. Adult cats rarely meow at other cats, but they frequently meow at humans, which means cats may have developed a special language just for communicating with us. So perhaps cats see humans as giant trainable companions. Now, think about horses. Horses are prey animals. Their survival depends on reading body language. They notice tension, posture, breathing, confidence. A horse often cares less about your words and more about your energy. If you're nervous, the horse notices. If you're calm, the horse notices that too. To a horse, a human looks a little bit like a predator, but behaves very differently, which is confusing. Yet over time, horses learn that humans can be trusted, that humans provide food, protection, and guidance. Birds may see us in an even stranger way. Parrots, crows, and even pigeons are surprisingly intelligent. They recognize faces, solve problems, and remember individuals. A crow that has a bad experience with a person can remember that face for years, and sometimes warn other crows about it. Think about that. To a crow, you aren't just a human, you are a specific human. Some birds may see their owners as flock members, partners, or even parental figures. To them, we are giant featherless creatures who somehow control food, shelter, and light, which makes us very important. But what about wild animals? How do they see us? A deer doesn't care about your career. It doesn't care where you work or what your dreams are. It sees your shape, your movement, and your scent. For many wild animals, humans are either danger or background noise. In cities, animals like pigeons, squirrels, and foxes often learn that humans are simply part of the environment, like moving trees that occasionally drop food. Then there are ocean animals. Dolphins seem curious about humans. They may see us as strange, slow swimmers. Whales probably don't think about us very much at all. Compared to them, we're tiny. A human beside a whale is almost like a bird beside a skyscraper. Yet whales can still behave gently around people, perhaps because they recognize vulnerability. And then there are octopuses. Some octopuses can recognize individual caretakers and behave differently around different people, which means they may form unique opinions about specific humans. But here's the strangest part of all. Animals may not think about humans as a species. They may think about us as patterns. Dogs learn that keys mean a walk. Cats learn that a can opening means food. Squirrels learn which humans are likely to feed them. Maybe animals aren't asking, what is a human? Maybe they're asking, what does this creature usually do? And perhaps that's the most honest answer. To animals, we are not one thing. We are many things. Family, provider, threat, companion, leader, mystery, and maybe that's a lesson for us. Humans often act as if we're the main characters of Earth, but animals aren't interested in our careers, our politics, or our social status. They're simply trying to survive. Yet while they're doing that, they're watching us far more closely than we realize. Every action, every habit, every sound teaches them something about who we are. And in the end, it isn't our words that define us, it's our behavior. Because behavior is the one language every species understands.